pointed frantically to his wristwatch. See? Through the shattered crystal, Trace could see the hands of the watch spinning around the dial. But I won't go. The man backed away with panic in his eyes. They can't have me. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Trace fought against the swirling eddy. Battling the incredible current, he spotted what appeared to be a big blue rock at the center of the disturbance, hovering inside the cyclonic cone of water. The ocean around this glowing chunk of rock undulated with an intense sparkling, diamonds glinting in the hot Florida sun. This was accompanied by a high-pitched hum that surrounded them. Trace couldn't tell where the hell it came from. What is this shit? Them! The guardsman made a surprisingly graceful dive off the Joey and back into the ocean of chaos. With renewed vigor, the man swam away from the whirlpool. Get off the goddamn boat! It's drawing you in! He shrieked over the noise of the increasing winds, barely treading water just beyond the fringe of the disturbance. It's the boat! Trace caught sight of his own watch. The hands spinning on its face, hours became seconds and time unraveled around him. That's enough of this. Nothing is taking my boat or my damn dog. I'm not going to let anyone drown either. I have an idea. He shouted out to the weakened man in the sea. I think it will work. Nothing will work. His burst of energy dissolving, the guardsman gulped the air, flailing his arm and screaming at the sky. Let me go. Trace returned to the console and took firm hold of the wheel. He could break them free, but it'd be risky. He'd have to angle the boat toward the center of the commotion and then throttle down to let the vortex suck them in. Once they got to the point of no return, he'd gun the twins so their inertia could slingshot them out of trouble. In essence, he'd use the watery trap's own force against itself. It could work. It had to work. I'll circle back around to get you, Trace said with resolve. I've got to do this or nobody will make it. That thing wants the boat, not people, right? Don't listen to them. They want it all. The man in the water raised a fist to the sky. The midday sun darkened with the unholy sheen of midnight, oily and unnatural. The wind clawed at him with all its fury, slashing at his face with its stinging spray. For the first time ever, he detested the salt in his face. He's... the storm hissed. Lost. Trace knew he heard it. Fuck that noise. He spun the wheel, orienting the Joey toward the whirling pool of supernatural ellipticals. Throttling down, he let the vortex take them. The boat lunged forward much faster than expected, and Trace lost his footing. As he tumbled forward, his chin hit the console. The bitter taste of iron pooled on his tongue. He slammed onto the deck of the Joey, cracking his skull in the process. And he heard the crunch of fractured bone. Through blurry eyes, Trace glimpsed a big wet dog nose. Skiff lapped on his face in a frenzy of worry. Out beyond the dog nose, there was a profound blackness full of stars. The vortex must have consumed them. He wasn't sure. There were millions of stars twirling around the Joey, like snow falling on the blackest night. The boat shook, rolled, and rattled. Thrown by the force assailing them, he and Skiff slid across the deck to crash into the fish cooler mounted at the stern. All went quiet. The space around them spiraled out of control as the stars lost their individual sparkle to become long lines of iridescent light. His world was now in a blender. The pain coursing through his body was unbearable as electrical currents raced up his spine. Through his agony, he hugged his beloved dog close to his chest. All he could do now was hang on and leave everything up to fate. Fate decided to take them. A poor interpretation, courtesy of the Galactic Systems Translator. A different galactic cluster, no timeline.
Carps, I really miffled that noobly. A big sucking miffle indeed.
What happened, Widget?
Loose petals of lightness just happened, gumguts. My intended target expired in the expanse. The transfer was lost.
You lost him?
Yes, Murphy, that is what I just rattled. He is minced and mottled.
How did it happen this time?
A smaller craft interfered with the conformal map. Where it came from with that man and his stupid red beast I cannot fathom. I never heard the slightest rattle.
Oh, Widget, another miffled transfer? My mistress will not be happy with you.
She desired that particular Earthian, mit-picked for his long shadow.
He would have suckled conflict like nectar from Raza's supple breast.
I guess Raza's quivering tit will have to wait then, will it not?
Hush, Widget. Sacrilege is dangerous around here.
Their dogma is their downfall, Murphy. I do not trust such bunk, deceits and drivel.
Then what about recompense for mishandling the Halcyon yet again?
A technology so ancient and powerful requires recompense for even turning it on.